So when I became a new Christian almost a year ago, I really wanted to know right from wrong. I mean, I kind of like know right from wrong, right? But there are certain things that we do that we think we're doing right, but we're really not. And I had to dive deep into the Bible and figure out what is it that pleases God, because once you give your life to once you die, once you die to self and you are no longer living for yourself, your own gain, your own glory, and me, it's what do you want, God? What do you want for me? How can I serve? How can I be of service and find my purpose and walk in my purpose? Please guide me, tell me, because I'm ready to please you. I am no longer here to please people and gain the approval of people. I am no longer afraid of rejection from other people. I'm no longer waiting and hoping and begging to be chosen by another, because you have chosen me. You say that I am worth more than rubies. There's no one that I need to prove my worth. There is absolutely nothing that I need to work for to know my worth, because you love me, and I have to do absolutely nothing to gain your approval and your love. And I'm able to love because you loved me first. So before I became a Christian, I kind of became a Christian back in 2001 because I was like into some guy, and he loved Jesus, so I loved Jesus, and he liked burgers, so I liked burgers, and he liked fast cars, so I liked fast cars. You guys get the point, right? A lot of times we become the thing that the other person likes so that we can be liked and approved. So I look back and I laugh, and but it was the start of the beginning of my faith. And now I look back at all the times that I felt like God was knocking at my door, like he was constantly running after me, chasing me. He's appeared to me. I've seen him in dreams. He's given me some miraculous prophecies over my own life. Like, I knew that I was not going to have a successful marriage. I knew that I was going to move back. I'm not going to give all the details of my personal life, but I knew a lot of the things that actually came true, and I saw these 10 years prior. And I keep getting messages in my dreams, and a lot of times in the past I would just say, oh, that was just kind of a bizarre thing. No, like, how many times does it say in the Bible that God speaks to us through dreams? He speaks through other people as well. And so I'm glad that I finally I'm not like pushing it aside and saying, oh, that's just kind of a weird thing. No, it's real. We are not fighting flesh and bone here. So I'm going back to me saying that I needed to know right from wrong. I needed to know what it is that pleases God, because I lived most of my life trying to please and win the approval of other people so that I could be accepted. And it's so exhausting, because you will never, we're not meant to do that. We're not meant to live for the approval of other people, of other sinners, of other people that are probably living lives worse than we are. So I had to really restore my heart and my soul and my mind and fully surrender to God. And I thank God for that day, October 23rd, where I hit rock bottom and I said, I give up. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want from me, but I can't do this on my own anymore. And I feel the calling, and I'm just gonna dive 100% in. And let me tell you, it hasn't been easy, because my faith has been tested like no other. And I'm so happy and so proud of myself that I have passed some pretty hard tests, because the devil knows that you love God and you have died to your own gain and glory and selfishness and me and all of that, and now you live for God. He will come and attack you even harder. And what you think is real is actually fake. The devil is so good. He'll make something look so real, like 98% real. And you have to hang in there. And the thing that will protect you from the enemy's shroud, the devil's shroud, is prayer and read the word. Okay? I promise you, it is your secret weapon. And a lot of witches out there, I could say this is the real book of spells. I just had to say that. I just had to say it like that. I'm just being real here. I'm just being honest. So I wanted to please the Lord. I wanted to know what it is that I'm doing wrong, and I wanted to recognize it within myself. Who am I? How am I showing up? So the fruits of the Spirit are, am I operating in love? Am I joyful? Am I bringing joy in other people's lives? Am I at peace? Am I kind? Am I faithful? Am I gentle? Do I have self-control? Am I patient? And the opposite of that is the acts of the flesh: hate, indifference, despair, impatient, rude. Am I being unreliable? Am I saying that I'm going to do something and then I don't? Am I being lazy? Am I being undisciplined? Am I being harsh? And when I really started going down this list, I could see areas of my life where I said, wow, I'm not doing so good. And a lot of times we are going against God's will of, doing things that He doesn't want us to do, and being in relationships that He doesn't want us to be in, being in jobs that He doesn't want us to be in. And the longer we disobey, we're going to feel anger and despair and jealousy and impatience, and that is going to cause you to do and say things that you're going to regret. So things will maybe get harder for you if you become a new Christian, like it did for me. It got a lot harder because my faith got tested. And just know that that's what's going to happen. And that's why you have to be surrounded by other Christians that will help you and support you, because their doubt is going to creep into your head. You're going to think, am I just making all of this stuff up? You're going to kind of forget. The devil hates this. He does not want you to live your life for God. He wants you to go back and to live into the world and be all about yourself and your own gain, and use your money to control people and get what you want, and be greedy, and use your body to, like for you to exhibit the Jezebel spirit, or, have narcissistic qualities in your character. And if you do feel like you are being attacked, then, like I said, what is your best armor? Your best defense is the Word, reading the Word, diving deep into the Bible, and memorizing some of these scriptures. When you give your life to Christ, you will notice that you grow in your gentleness and your forgiveness and your kindness and your love and your patience and your humility. And if you are being attacked by something dark, then you have to remember that even though you're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, you have nothing to fear, for God is with you. He is your comfort. His rod is protecting you, and He is your comfort. You don't need to worry about anything, but you take everything to Him, and you rest in His joy, and you thank Him for everything He has given you. And in Romans 12:12, it says, be patient in your troubles. Don't give up, and keep praying. Stay connected. I watched this video on some demonic people that were, worshiping the devil, and they were targeting people that love God. And they specifically said that the thing that they could not break through the veil was when people were praying, and they hated that. Remember that the Word, the Bible, and prayer is your number one protection.